Sometimes you need to call yourself out. This is something that I've learned and from my experiences in life, and it's very, very true. You can't wait for people to call you out. You can't wait for people to hold you accountable. You can't wait for people to let you know what you need to be doing, what you should be doing, etc. Always be accountable to yourself. If you're losing in whatever you're trying to be good at, more likely the competitor that's winning holds themselves accountable, doesn't wait for other people to get them going, doesn't wait for other people to tell them what they're weak at, doesn't wait for people to tell them what they should be doing to improve their weaknesses. They just do it. This was a huge weakness of mine as a basketball player when I played, was that I was always I always waited for when I got to training with a coach to push myself. And I knew in the back of my mind that I should have been doing ball handling drills on my own with no one there to push me and motivate me. And truth be told, I suffered because of that. Because, truth be told, I was losing to people who didn't wait for someone to tell them what drills to do for their ball handling or their foot speed or for their finishing moves or whatever. They did it on their own. And that's why I've got so much. That's why I'm so hard on myself. And I almost wanted to make a separate video about this, but I feel the need to talk about it here. Is that I heard this from an Instagram reel that I scrolled onto a long time ago, and it said something along the lines of, if you're hard on your, I don't know how to say this, but like if you're hard on yourself, it's the world's not gonna feel like that hard to you. It may feel hard, but like you know that you have the strength to get through it, right? And if you're not hard on yourself and you're soft on yourself, then like the world's gonna like flick you and it's gonna feel like you've got like a horrible like injury. Does that make sense? Basically, that if you're hard on yourself, the world is not gonna feel as hard as it will to someone who is soft on yourself. So main idea that I want to basically give you guys is that self-accountability is key. That, number one, it's self-accountability that gets you forward the fastest. So basically, for example, it had been brought to my, attention by myself that I haven't really been giving the best effort that I could be giving at, the engineering job that I'm working right now. And I needed to tell myself this now, like literally this weekend, because if I'm not careful, that's gonna result in me losing this position that I've worked so hard to gain, that I stressed so badly to have. It would have been gone just like that if I wasn't self-accountable, if I wasn't like, hey, you can do better than this. Why aren't you doing better than this? What's holding you back from doing better than this? Sometimes you have to ask yourself these questions and be prepared for an answer that's not going to feel comfortable, that's not going to feel happy, that might call you out in a way that no one else is going to say, because either one, they're too scared to do so, or two, they want to see you fail. It's possible that people want to see you fail, and that's why they're not calling you out. So that's why you have to do it. And I don't mean to get, riled up and, angry, but like I'm trying to help you. And this is how I have to do it sometimes. Anyways, that's the take-home message, is that you have to call yourself out at these times to make sure, because if you're not careful, you're going to suffer for it. Like there's a Bible verse, I may put it up in text now that I think about it. But basically it says something along the lines of that, like a little less sleep, a little extra slumber, like just this little bit of like a little more like comfort inducing things, then all of a sudden like life just goes to crap, right? So, yeah, that's a take home message. I love y'all. Take care.